Well, hello, it's Black Friday, November 28th, 2025, right after Thanksgiving. And I'm at Ocean Shores, Washington, just hanging out for 3 nights. But wanted to really give a review of Belizean Dreams down in Hopkins, Belize, where me and my aunt stayed for 10 nights. And it was just an awesome vacation. Perfect. I want to go over basically the place and what all we went through and everything. I'm not really going to get into a whole bunch about traveling as far as my trip and everything and stuff, other than I was up for 37 and a half hours there and only 21 hours coming back. But that's got nothing to do with staying down there. That's just trip and how long it took to get down there. So depending on where you're at, it's probably going to be different. But the main thing is, this video is going to be about a review of Belizean Dreams and what all we did there, and just our experience overall. So we arrived there. First off, we got there off season, at the end of all season, in mid-November or mid-October. October 14th through the 24th is how long we stayed. And loved it. I mean, it was great. Especially for me, I was so tired after being up for over a day and a half that, it was just so quiet and welcoming there. That's one thing I really liked about it, was it was just peace and quiet, which is what I was wanting, and that's what I got. Was also wanting to see the Caribbean Sea there, that was not going to be really rough, big waves like here. Couldn't swim in that, really, because I'm still healing up from fractured, dislocated ankle from 6 months ago. So that was great. The waves at the worst, and that was just when it was stormy, were a foot high. Other than that, they were literally 2-3 inches tall. So could walk, really enjoyed it. But the resort itself, beautiful. They curate it, give it, nice landscaping every morning. Even make the sand real clear where there's no footsteps. Pools cleaned, all that good stuff. Food was phenomenal. My favorite, by far, was one, they had sugarcane Coke, so real Coke, not the high fructose corn syrup crap, which is awesome. But for breakfast, banana pancakes. Oh man, because they banana mixed into the batter, delicious. They also had clam chowder for appetizer, or excuse me, not clam, seafood chowder for appetizers for most of the entrees. Not saying they didn't have other good stuff. Trust me, lobster was good, steak was good, seafood puree was delicious. You name it, everything was just great. This wasn't food. They prepared it. You could tell. Drinks. Oh, delicious. I drank the mosquito bite, which is basically the big cocktail that they have down there, and Belizean beer, which is, I guess, the beer of Belize. Both I highly recommend. What else did we do? Excursions. Top notch. Did snorkeling, which was great. We went out to the Barrier Reef. Got to see some cool stuff out there. Waters were clear. Our guides really knew what they were doing. Then the only tour that we had to pay for was an extra one. It was the Monkey River tour, and that was like $120, I believe, per person. It was well worth it. because we got to see all kinds of cool stuff. Got to see caimans, big full-grown iguanas, and howler monkeys. So that was great. Also, did the Mayan ruins. Highly recommend. We were the only ones there for over half our trip at the resort, which I love. That's what was a peace and quiet, which is great. Cable was probably the best cable I've ever seen as far as across the world. It literally, was like you could not beat it. As far as I like channel surfing, be honest, just to see what all they had. To be honest, truth be told. Sorry, gotta go across a little river sneaking through here where the water meets the sea. But sorry, what was I at there? Oh yeah. The excursions just great. The people friendly. You would not believe it. The Mayan ruin there was literally a dozen people total. I had my own literally tour guide. Me and a tour guide, that was it. There was a dozen people total at the Mayan ruins. So, I mean, I loved it. It wasn't crammed, or jam-packed. I wasn't being rushed along. Hurry up, you need to hurry up, do this, do that. No, it wasn't any of that at all. They were so friendly. Paid to get a my aunt paid to get a facial, and I got a Swedish massage, and it was great. What else did we do? Did the zip lining in the jungle, which was phenomenal, and also the lazy river float through lava tubes. That was top notch as well. I think what else there? We end up renting a golf cart for half a day to go into Hopkins just to check out and see how Hopkins is. The town itself, that was literally, the resort was about a mile or two just outside of Hopkins, but it was nice seeing the local town, and it's a Gara fishing village, very friendly. Also they speak English down there. It's a former British colony, but really, you wouldn't know it. Not a lot of British stuff down there per se. Really, it's 2 Belizean dollars to American dollar, to $1 American dollar. That was the exchange rate when I was there, October 2025. So, don't know what it is other than that, but they can be a little pushy when you're out and about. They want you to buy their stuff. They got some nice stuff, for local stuff and everything. Very friendly though. I cannot overstate how friendly they are. That's what we're looking. If you're looking for somewhere where you won't be bothered, it's quiet and peaceful, it's off the beaten path, but yet you really want to kind of be in luxury. That's it. It's what I envisioned a 5-star all-inclusive resort to be. Truth be told, that's it. I spent between $5,500 and $6,000, which is a little bit more than I had really anticipated. But you know what? For the service that I got, and the fact that for over half our resort stay, half our nights, we were the only people there. We literally had our own resort to ourselves. So you can't beat that. Don't know how you could, truth be told. But, that's basically it. I would definitely recommend Belizean Dreams. It is, top notch. You cannot do any better, other than one of their sister resorts, I guess. You know, heard good things about them. Didn't stay there though, but Belizean Dreams in Hopkins, Belize. If you want to go somewhere, good food, good drinks, real friendly, great excursions for a mix of everything. Not just snorkeling, but jungle, Mayan ruins, flora and fauna, but really friendly people. Yeah. You know, you could do a lot worse in there. So, you know, but depending, you know, like I said, for me, it was everything about $5,500 to $6,000, but that was including everything. Hotel, you know, where we stayed at, all the travel, all the extras I paid, you name it. That, like, you know, even Wi-Fi and food at the airport. You know, that I paid extra for, you know, Wi-Fi on the, you know, airplane. Cause by God, I was on vacation. You know, basically it's a vacation of a lifetime, and I wanted to treat myself somewhere really nice. And I want a big shout out to my aunt. She's the world traveler, and she even said this was like one of the best vacations she's ever had as far as experience there. And she's been to some, you know, other places that, truth be told, they weren't quite the greatest, but as far as service and quality, but, you know, hey, it is what it is. But anyway, though, that's, you know, pretty much it. If you got a question, you know, put it in the comments, and I'll be as truthful as possible with you. Anyway, get out there, start living your best life as possible, and you know, get a, you know, go take some great bucket list vacations, you know, within reason, obviously. As far as affordability, but, you know, yeah, anyway, take care, and happy holidays. Later.